Today on the Mac Attack, Bobcat swingman Chris Douglas Roberts joins the guys to talk about the playoff push. We will recap last night's Bobcats-Wizards tilt. And Mac will try to stop pining for Deshaun Jackson. Now live from the Ortho Carolina studios, your hosts Chris McLean and Jim Celania.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Stop yelling at me. I'm old. Can't take that. It's early. This is the old man. How you doing this morning, Charlotte? There's two of us here. Half the team shows up. One is dizzy and one's car is broke. Boney's on the other side. Celania's on the inside. And I'll go ahead and do this right off the bat before I forget to do it, Bonesters. Charlotte Comfort Systems temperature is 50. 10 years of parts and labor coverage is available for free at Charlotte Comfort Systems. And as Voice Guy told you, we got a decent show, good show lined up today. If the old warhorse can make it through. We got Chris Sims, bottom of the 7 o'clock hour. Always love talking to him. CDR, Chris Douglas Roberts from the victorious Bobcats, who that was as good a win. As bad as the Orlando loss was, that's how good this win was, because there might have been, I don't know, a funeral procession around the cable box last night if they don't pull off that comeback. And we do have CDR, and once again, this guy has really been quite a pickup. 18 points last night, had some big shots, 7 out of 9 from the field. That's going to be one of our guests. And a guy that is going to be my guest today, and every time he disappears from my sight, I'll probably, I don't know, panic or age a day. Some people say age a year. And you get to be my age if you age a day. That ain't good. Good morning, Bone.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
Good rally for the Bobcats last night. Bad rally for our teammates today.
Yeah. I come in here, you expect to see the guy that drives the show here, and he's dizzy. Did he play dizzy bat this morning with his kid?
He's got a sinus problem. He's been battling for a while. I will say this, though. I have to go run 1660, so I'll leave you alone for about 2 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got to go do the traffic over here.
Don't be surprised if you hear music when you come back. Okay, go ahead.
Just hit all the sounds on your machine. By the time I get back, you should be about through with them all.
Here's the first one I'll hit for you not to leave. But I know you got to do it. So Colin's got car trouble. If anybody is up and knows Colin and you know how to reach Colin, why don't you go call him or go pick him up, because he'd be in here with me when he gets here. So I assume he will get here. I'm thinking this is maybe what happened to my partner, Chris McLean. Yesterday on the show, he said that Aiden, his 4-year-old son, is now asking him to do, not asking him to do stuff. He's telling him to do stuff like, Daddy, go get me a popsicle. Daddy, go get me my sister. Daddy, go find the dog. Maybe this morning Aiden got up and said, Daddy, go play dizzy bat. And he did. And he can't get to work because of it, because he's dizzy. Says the sinuses have got him dizzy. Yesterday, he was he doesn't usually act like he's hurt. He doesn't usually act like he's sick, but he just said he's fighting the sinuses. He said, I probably ought to take something for it. Duh. I've heard this every year I've worked with the boy. His sinuses attack him, and he goes, I probably ought to go get something for this. You probably should have got it when it started becoming 70 degrees. Speaking of which, it's going to be 80 today. 80 today in the Queen City, even hotter tomorrow. That's not warm. That's hot. So time to make sure your lawnmower works. Also, we are going to talk basketball. I'm going to talk a little bit first about what I just mentioned about since I'm alone. Basically, right now, I can't see a human being. That's a scary thought, folks. That's a real scary thought for y'all. You probably shouldn't tune out. Might hear some radio history. But I remember the one time I did dizzy bat. It was when I was the TV guy at 36. And they kind of did it they didn't kind of do it. They did it like at halftime of a Hornets game out at the Coliseum, out on Tybola off Billy Graham. And I had never had bought this dizzy bat stuff, never in my life. In fact, when I was an adult, I didn't believe that grass got you high. And most of my friends did that. And I was over at Tim Beaner's house one night, and they were all smoking some doobies, the weed, the Mary Jane. And I was as clean as they cut. I hadn't even drank beer yet, Boney. I'll get to dizzy bat, but this is the other thing that these guys had to defunct for me and prove I was wrong. I said, I don't think you guys are being honest at all. I said, you're acting like a bunch of fools is what you're doing. You're smoking this stuff, and you're just acting like it gets you crazy. I said, there's no way that's doing anything to you. And I remember Tim Beaner just gave me this big doobie. It was the size of a guitar.
What? Excuse me?
It was the size of a cigar. And I just took a hit off of it. And I had smoked cigarettes, but I wasn't really a smoker then. And I took a big hit. They said, inhale it and keep it down. So you let it out. And I said, nothing. They said, keep going. I took another hit. I'm telling everybody right now I broke the law, but I was like 18, okay? So spare me. And anyway, I on about the third hit, I went, I thought I was getting dizzy-headed just because I was inhaling the marijuana, all right? I thought, okay, I'll get my breath and I'll be okay. And then I hit it again. And then this is, as God is my witness, as on my dad's silver dollar, Boney, this couch that I was sitting on started moving. It started moving, and it was like levitating and going up and down. The ends were going up and down, and I was in the middle of it. And all these guys were laughing at me, and it was like they were laughing in slow motion. And when that couch came down, it came down with me on it. And I went, you guys weren't kidding, were you? I said, this stuff's really bad for you guys. That's what I'm trying to. That's the point of this whole story for all the parents with their kids. All right? Yeah. This stuff is really bad for you, and that is actually the reason why I'm doing this one-man radio. Liar! Because I want people to know it's not right. You shouldn't do that, and it really, I'm not going to lie to you and say it doesn't have any effect on you, though. What it does with me, it slows me down, and I don't think I've been stoned in probably, I'd say at least 20 years, because I really can't remember the last time. Really can't remember the last time. But that was my story about that, and then boy, did I realize I was wrong. And from that day forward, nice win, Bobcats. From that day forward, I can just be in the same room, in the same vicinity. You could take me with one of those drug-sniffing dogs out to the airport, and when he finds the marijuana, put me down on my all fours and let me sniff that suitcase, I'll guarantee you I'm going to get high. Just like that. Boom. I can be in the same room with it, Boney. You got a marijuana story you want to lay on our audience?
I do not have one, but turn around right there, by the way. Look who's behind you.
Oh, we got two guys here.
Yeah,
got two guys
who's here?
Oh, I love it.
By the way, Jimbo, April Fool's Day.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my God, you got me. You got me? And you know what's pissing me off? I was enjoying this.
Oh, we can leave.
Also, you left your coat here. But I said, well, you said he's trying to fight through his dizziness.
Yes.
And I said, man, he's a trooper. He came in and tried because I saw your coat there. You had me hook, line, and sinker, and I got to tell myself, I could tell everybody a marijuana story. And now I'm going to finish it, Jack, since I thought you were gone.
Well, Jim, here was the funniest line you had. You almost got me. I said, Colin's got car trouble. You said, well, you better start calling some cabs then.
So
I love it.
Yeah, so welcome back. God, you know what? That's called being old, and I was enjoying that. I really was. I could have made it.
Did you like how I fake ran back and forth like 4 times?
Yeah.
I was doing nothing. I was in the hallway talking to Mac.
Where were they hiding at?
Mac was actually in the bathroom.
Because there were 3 cars out there, and I parked next to yours. I was oblivious to where Mac's car was. So if your car was in its normal spot, that would have been the dead giveaway. But I was not paying attention. Because I was watching the newspaper guy down below because I was oh, good, he's here. That way I can bring up the papers. Okay, quickly, let me finish. I was talking about dizzy.
I definitely hid my car from you. Well, the only thing I screwed up is I left my jacket here.
Yeah, but I just assumed and deduced you'd come in and try to do it and couldn't go. And I'm going, man, what a trooper. What a trooper. So, but quickly, we'll get back to your show now. But I was talking about Dizzy Bat. The only time I ever went Dizzy Bat, because I said, did you hear what I said, by the way? You've been listening?
No.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. What'd you do?
I was show prep. I took an extra few minutes of show prep in the bathroom.
Here's what I told.
Bobcat stats, baby.
I said, Max got a kid, Aiden, 4-year-old boy, and he's been telling him what to do. And I said, he probably told Dad, he says, go get me a water. Go get me my sister. Go get me Benny. Go get Mom. I'm thinking this morning, Aiden said, Daddy, play Dizzy Bat. Play Dizzy Bat again. Play Dizzy Bat again. And I was just telling the audience here, I did that. The only time I ever did that was at the Charlotte Coliseum, and it's halftime of a Hornets game back when I was doing TV, Mac. And has anybody ever not done Dizzy Bat? Really, you should do it, but don't do it in a room with anything you can break or sharp objects. So I did Dizzy Bat out there in the middle of the court, and they kept you going and going and going and going. And when I dropped that bat and tried to walk, I went straight down to his shoulder.
Well, that's
straight down to his shoulder, and I tried to get back up. The place was howling. 15,000 people, and I think I had to get help to walk over to the bench.
Holy hell! That's going to be our next prank on you during the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to spin you around.
That was a good one too. And yesterday I thought it's April 1st tomorrow. I should probably do something really stupid in the history lesson,
Oh, you still can.
And then never dawned on me because Colin's car is always screwed up, and you don't ever take your medicine, so I bought every bit of it.
Now, Jim, it was supposed to go on for a few minutes. I started to think, where did Matt go? Is he coming back for real? Because I need to go find him.
I said to Colin, what if we just went and got breakfast for an hour? Would that be so bad?